From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Of course, at my bar, at Tommy Max, and brought to you by our good friends at the Heritage Capital Group. We're talking some communications this time, we're talking some leadership, we're talking some insurance, we're talking some investment banking. We're just talking business right here at the bar, and let's welcome in the panel. First guest up is Bert Ralston from Vox Populi Communications. Did I get it right?
You did.
All right.
Good job.
All right, man. Tell us all about it, Bert. Great to have you on the show.
We've been in business 20 years. We do internal and external corporate communications, fair amount of crisis management, probably best known for political consulting. We've done races in 18 different states, over 300 races. Try to stay in front of technology as it comes, was tip of the spear on some of the things that are just standard now. I was doing over a decade ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You enjoy doing that? I mean, has that been your life's work, or what do you feel?
You know, the only thing I don't enjoy is getting a call at 9:30 on Sunday night when the candidate doesn't have anything else to worry about, so he decides to worry me to find out what he should be worrying about.
I got
you. But I love it. I love, I used to say, just help people make their dreams come true.
Yeah.
And
is a lot of it damage, or some of it damage control?
well, it depends on the candidate.
Right.
You were on
Newt
Gingrich's staff, weren't you?
I ran a third of the country for Newt's political operation when I was in D.C.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Very cool.
have maintained the relationships with people that I met up there, still working. I was on a call with one this morning.
Yep.
And it's kind of exciting having those contacts because I can bring new ideas that you're seeing in the political center of the country into this market, sometimes 2-3 cycles before anyone else.
Wow. Great to have you on the show, Bert. Appreciate you, man.
Me.
Yeah, Ted Powell's here. Stop at Nothing Incorporated. How are you, my man?
Well.
What are we talking? Leadership, coaching? What are we doing?
Leadership and organizational development consulting. We've been around for 32 years, Jacksonville-based company.
Very cool.
Although we do work all over the world, which is very rewarding.
Yep. Stop at nothing to achieve all your dreams.
Yes. We basically help teams and individuals and organizations to remove whatever barriers they have. Many of them are barriers we create for ourselves.
Any crisis control that is needed?
Well, occasionally we have to go into situations where maybe the culture's kind of gotten into a not so good place.
Okay.
But we also work with teams that are quite healthy and effective, and they just want to maintain their edge, or they want to take it to another level. So we work with all different.
What's your favorite kind of company to work with? Is there one?
Well, I think it's a company that is in enough of a competitive space to where they know they can't get complacent. So that you need to continue to work on their edge. They realize that you don't have to be sick to get better.
Right.
And also leaders that are open to two principles that are very important to us that I found, and that is self-awareness, being aware of your strengths, your blind spots, and then taking personal responsibility.
Very nice.
For the outcomes you get.
Best advice. One of the best advice I got from my dad was, "What have you done for me lately?"
Yeah.
It's true. Football, relationships, everything. Great to have you on. David Holden is here from Highland. Hey, David. How you doing, brother?
Great. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Tell us about Highland. What you doing?
So Highland is a business insurance company. We do all types of insurance, one of the largest privately held insurance firms in the nation. I've been doing this for, 85 plus years.
Cool.
So we work with on business insurance, property casualty, employee benefits, you name it. We're just about risk mitigation. Pride ourselves on our white glove service, being top notch, even though we're a medium-sized firm. We compete with the best of them, the brand names that you've seen out there.
When do you guys get involved? When's the perfect time for you to get involved with the
Anytime.
company? Seriously,
really,
very beginning stage, it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have clients of all shapes and sizes. We even do individual lines of work too, so you could call us up as a personal and say, look, my homeowner's insurance is ridiculous, help me out with that. Which is in Florida is a pretty big deal right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. You like doing that?
I do. It's not what I started doing. I mean, I've been doing business, or rather benefits, employee benefits specifically for over 15 years now. Used to do it more on the client side. I went over onto the consultative side here over about a year ago. But before that, a software developer and just a business guy in general.
Cool, man. Great to have you on the show,
Appreciate
brother.
it.
All right, Patrick Emmett's back. How are you, my man?
Good to see you again.
Heritage Capital Group.
That's right.
This must get your juices flowing a little bit, I would imagine.
It does. I was going to tell you that, and on a separate note, I also work with Memorial Park Association, and Ted did a strategic plan for us for that with my whole executive team, and outstanding work he did. So anyway, just
unbelievable.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah.
How do you? What's the biggest barrier people have to get over, and how do they get over it?
Now, barrier to engaging my services, or just barrier in
business,
general?
Yeah, just
in
where
business,
they need your help.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest barrier is the ego. Is the ego that says, I need to sort of protect an image, that I can't acknowledge that I have any weaknesses. And what tends to happen is that people move up the food chain and everything like that, they start to believe their own story.
You know it. You know it.
And it's like Icarus flying a little too close to the sun. And then, so it's really helping leaders to really understand that you don't have to show up in a perfect way every day.
Yeah.
And that the way you show up and role model being open to feedback and growth is also going to be manifested in the rest of the organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they got to set the tone.
Another bit of advice: ego, edging God out.
Love it, love it.
Not bad. All right, so how do we get, as we wrap up here? How do we get to trust our candidates? How do you? I know you're probably like, Tom, I need a beer for that one. But what would you say in a quick period of time?
Well, first you have to have trustworthy candidates. I mean, I think that's kind of the bottom. That's the foundational aspect of it.
I agree.
And there's so much information out there, as we were talking about earlier. Everyone's taking a multi-channel approach. It's so hard to get people's attention and we have chosen sides regardless.
True.
We had a local issue in Jacksonville a couple of years ago where just a small comment was made, and within 48 hours, everyone in town had chosen sides with zero information.
Wow. Yeah.
And we see a lot of that too. But I think you had to be a discerning consumer of political content.
Okay.
And that's the best way. And do your own homework.
Yep.
We have the entire accumulated wisdom of the entire world.
You know it.
In our hands.
That's right.
Yeah. The worst thing about this is that bar arguments have gone away.
Yeah.
You can't debate a sports stat because someone's going to be able to figure it out in five seconds.
No, right.
But do your own homework and try to break through all the chatter that's going on, and that'll lead you to trust.
It's funny you say that. So, like in football, they call pass rush like pressure percentage, this stat. All you got to do is watch the game. I can tell you who's making plays. I can tell you who's not making plays. I don't need some statistics to tell me, oh, he won 97% of the time. No, he didn't. He didn't make any tackles. He didn't win anything.
Well, it's I think they're trying to turn football into baseball for numbers geeks. I love baseball because of all the data that's available on it.
Sure.
I love football because of the motion and the excitement.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love to play basketball.
There you go. All right, great to have you all on the show. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you check out all their great profiles at iwantabuzz.com. You can see this conversation and many others right here at Tommy Mac. So until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The team at Heritage Capital Group is special because it's a collection of people across the spectrum.
We have people who have been in the shoes of owners that are looking to buy and sell, and professionals that have executed transactions helping buy and sell companies for decades.
I think when you talk to us, see what our experience is, see what our skills are, see the reach that we have, you'll be very happy with the recommendation.